Hey everyone, my name is Wedge, and as promised, I'm here to bring you the top 10 uncommons and commons that need reprinting the most in Modern Masters 2015. Similarly to the last top 10 we did, this list doesn't cover every single common and uncommon that needs a reprint, just the ones that need it the most. What do we mean by that? We mean that these cards are 1. Widely used, 2. Way too expensive, and 3. Will be relevant for a while. Keep that in mind when thinking about what's on this list. It's all about perspective. Last thing before we get started, there's no other disclaimers. Going all out with this one. Modern commons and uncommons, none of you are safe to fear me. We'll start with the honorable mentions as we always do. The first one is Choke. Talk about a card that hates blue decks into oblivion. Choke is sneaking up in price. Already sitting around $3 to $4, the sideboard bomb is becoming more and more prevalent in Modern. It sits on the sideboard of pod decks, obs, and strategies, and basically any other green deck that wants to really hate on blue. As far as hosers go, this is one of the biggest. It's only been printed twice. The first time in Tempest and then again in 8th edition. On the list of most open sets ever, I wouldn't put either of those on that list. Choke could use a reprint. Our second honorable mention is a card some of you probably thought would be on the list itself. Spell Pierce, even though just a common, has already risen up to $2 a piece and doesn't show any sign of slowing down. Practically a staple in Blue-Red Delver, its only printing being in Zendikar isn't a good thing. Something else that isn't helping is how widely used it is in Legacy. Stoneblade strategies and Miracles both make extensive use of Spell Pierce. If Wizards isn't careful, this could be the next common that becomes way too expensive for no good reason. Now, onto the actual list. Let's see if any of these surprise you. We'll start with number 10, Kitchen Finks. By now everyone knows this card, staple in most any pod deck known to man, along with a large variety of black-green strategies. It was printed in the last Modern Masters, and that did help its price. The problem is that Modern is going to grow again, and this being around $3 to $4 right now is a bit too much. You can expect the price to go up if it isn't printed again soon. All that the Modern Masters reprint did was delay the inevitable. It needs another printing to really keep it in check. This seems to be happening to a lot of cards from Shadowmoor. Number 9 is another card that I'm sure you all knew would be on here. Spell Snare has been terrorizing Modern players pretty much forever. Another card in the $3 to $4 range, Snare is used in Blue-Red Delver, Teamer Delver, control decks, twin combo strategies. Basically anything that runs blue mana that isn't Storm has at least considered Spell Snare. While it was printed in the first Modern Masters, much like Kitchen Finks, that isn't going to be enough. Before Modern Masters release, this was at $10. At one point it was even higher than that. Spell Snare is just too good not to reprint. Moving right along, number 8 is a card that I guarantee most of you probably forgot about by now. Hilario West is one of the boom cards from the growth of Modern that happened this past year. It went from being healthily under $2 to being scarily above $4. Amulet of Vigor strategies, along with the entire format of Commander, are just a couple places this card calls a home. Transmute is powerful. A blue Transmute card is powerful. Blue is powerful is basically what I'm getting at. Plus, come on, you don't really want the only printing of this card to be from Future Sight, do you? Do you know how expensive those packs are? Yeah, just no thanks. Reprint Hilario West, please. Number 7 on our list is currently the 4th most played card in Modern right now and happens to be from New Phyrexia, the very last set to squeeze into Modern Masters 2015. Axiom Probe is a monster in the format. Blue-Red Delver, Jeskai Ascendancy, anything else. The utility and value of this card is unmatched, especially because it's practically free to cast. Let's be honest, no one cares that it costs 2 life to cast. I'll take that all day. Anyways, the price has been going up recently. It's already hit $2.50, and considering it's in 25% of all Modern strategies, I doubt that price will fall without a reprint. I don't care what card it is, no common in Modern should cost this much. I know there are some that cost more, we'll get to them, but you get my point. The probe has to come back. A recent newcomer on the scene, Forked Bolt, has earned itself the number 6 spot. It only took a couple months for this card to take over Modern. Already sitting around $5, the Bolt is a staple in Delver strategies in both Modern and Legacy. That's the problem. An uncommon from Rise of the Eldrazi bridging the gap is not good economically. Plus, the utility of this spell is unreal. Splitting damage has always been powerful, but Forked Bolt brings a whole new level of power for almost nothing. When Modern and Legacy players decide a card is good, they don't let it go. They won't let Forked Bolt go. We've already made it halfway through our list. Any cards that surprised you? Did you agree, disagree? I love to hear what you have to say. Also, remember, Saturday is part 2. Let me know which cards you think will grace the top 5. Let's see how accurate you can get. This should be fun. As always, subscribe below for the latest and most reliable Magic the Gathering information you could ever need. This is the Manosaurus. I'm Wedge. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.